Hey, Warrior Saints, good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to the very last day of January of 2022. Glad to have you beautiful people with us. I'm Father Chris, and welcome to our Crucifixional live stream. You know, we're going to spend time this week talking about the requisite effort. We want things. We want to be successful. We have dreams that we want to chase, goals that we want to accomplish, success in our lives that we want to have. But sometimes making that success, or I should say getting to that success, is put in check by a lack of effort. Sometimes we want it to be easy and just to come to us and things to just happen. And yet we don't put in the proper effort, the corresponding effort to make our dreams come true. To explore that this week, we're going to start with a verse from Colossians. I was going to say St. Paul's letter to the apostles. St. Paul, the apostle's letter to the Colossians. How's that for English? And in this book, this beautiful 4-chapter text, St. Paul gives the Colossian Christians a blueprint to how to live a Christian life. And he starts chapter 3 with this litany. I'm going to back up so we can read it, and then we'll get to our verse. A litany of things that we should put aside, right? Like he's talking about sin, basically, that we want to put aside. And we hear the following in chapter 3 of Colossians. Put to death, therefore, what is earthly in you: fornication, impurity, passion, evil desire, covetousness, which is idolatry. On account of these, the wrath of God is coming. In these you once walked, you once lived in them, but now put them all away: anger, wrath, malice, slander, and foul talk from your mouth. And he goes further to say, look, now you've put off that old nature, like you've been baptized. The old sinful Adam in you has died and been put to death. Now that you're new, do things differently. He then gives an exhortation to husbands, to masters, to wives, and to slaves. And he says in verse 23, which is our key verse for the week, listen to this. Whatever your task, work heartily as serving the Lord and not men. Work heartily. Now, here's the interesting thing. That's not really what it says. I mean, it is, but the Greek is actually a little bit different. It's listen, I'll just explain it. It says this. Literally, this is a literal translation of that verse. The whatever you do from your soul work to the Lord and not men. So the whatever you do, work from your soul to the Lord, not to men. So as I think through this word psyche, soul, I don't want you to think it's like this platonic floating thing that was created in the heavens and then dropped down into you and will float around. That's not what he's talking about. You can imagine it as your mind, your heart, your guts. I like that word better. From your very core. Give it everything. Whatever you are deciding to focus on, and we're going to talk about that later in this week to have a specific focus, some purpose that we want to accomplish in our lives. Whatever it is we're doing, you got to give 100%, bro. You can't just sandbag it. It's not going to get it done. Life is too precious. Time is too short. We have a responsibility as warrior saints to make a powerful impact in this world. And if you want to accomplish those goals and find that success and fulfill the dreams that you have, you're not going to get there with a bush league mediocre effort. It just doesn't happen. You got to keep your eyes on the cross. That means you have to be crucifixional, and you have to sacrifice a lot of things, which we'll see tomorrow about getting up early, and the next day about having a focus, and on throughout the week, to really become the person you're supposed to be, and to work for the Lord, to make your offering to the Lord. You got to carry your own cross. There's no other way around it. And the good news is, it works. We love you, beautiful people. Tomorrow we're going to be back. We're going to talk about this verse, about to work heartily for the Lord, to work from our core, from our very guts, right, to give the best to the Lord. And it's going to require that we get up early. Not always fun, but always important. Love you, beautiful people. Visit us at warriorsaints.org as always. And until tomorrow, keep walking on the way of the warrior saint.